Good morning, 16th of April 21. Candina Strategic Agreements. We are signing and writing memorandums of understanding with some very relevant companies because the Candina for generations the mission is very clear. There is a vision also to target maritime strategic agreements in the Iberian Peninsula. Iberian Peninsula will be very important for Arabic countries because it is really in the closer and in the center of maritime transport. Also, don't forget, we have GMT plus one. So it's obviously because the time schedule is right in the middle. And therefore, it is very important to get the strategic agreements in the gas sector LNG. Some companies came and left. They should be really interested in staying because one way or another they will stay, whether it is because the interest of the Spanish flag for the gas charters, whether it is for the interest in the long term because these Mediterranean islands are strategic with Africa, with Asia, with Europe, and also the door to America via Gibraltar. We can really focus in the Europa sector. Europa sector will be strategic because since Hercules separated the continents and we are going to stay here involved in the summer trade and the immigrants going to Africa and then back to Europe every year. Before it was suddenly summer, now it is not just a peak wave, it is a constant wave, and many different new trades will develop from France, from Italy to Africa, and this is a non-stop tendency because the population in Europe, they are eliminating with tax, so the Africans can really emigrate to Europe to pay tax. We need them to pay tax, it's very simple, and therefore this trade will be standing here. Then we have also got the terminals. What is the strategic advantage of Candina? We have a huge employer experience in above 125 years. So we can really be of huge help in the boards of any kind of foreign companies, from investment funds to direct terminal operators and the offshore side, because we have huge advantage in compliance and the management of HR. Even from big new technological companies spreading in Spain, we have huge advantage on how to manage this HR because we have been here in the Spain, Iberian Peninsula for so many years. We have seen these civil wars, these world wars. We have seen the communists, we have seen the Republicans, the anarchists, the fascists, the slow justice. For example, we are experts in never ever going to any kind of tribunals in Spain because it takes so long. And we are experts into negotiating and getting into agreements and complying with all these different hugely inefficient labor regulations and documentations. So we are strategically positioned to really represent ship owners and investment funds in the Iberian Peninsula, and we are here to stay for the long term. This is very important as independent board member and also independent company. We are able to give very transparent representation to investment in the Iberian Peninsula. This is going to stay. Iberian Peninsula is not going to be kicked away. So therefore, it is very interesting to understand how at minimum cost and most efficient ways we can represent foreign companies to invest in Spain. We have seen recently, for example, Grimaldi Group has bought the Balearic Islands business to Armas Group. We have seen GMV, a couple of ships, Pride of York, and another one bought to Piano and then sent to, I think it's Barcelona Palma. So there is huge interest, and this will be perpetual. So we are ready to negotiate these perpetual fees. Yes. So in 1,000 years, I can really study how competitive it is going to be for you to have a representation here, and what are the key areas, and make an agenda of these indicators and the intrinsic value compounded to your group if it is going to invest in Spain, because it is going to be in the energy, in the ROPACs, in the terminals, and in many other ways. Very, very important that you have a presence here, because we are closer in the center. And as these two Italian groups have decided to attack the Mediterranean, many other companies will have to attack, from investment funds, from technologicals, employing so many people in Spain, but they will not have the experience. And those that really are going to be in the board will have other interests, like their own interests, and from any other kind of suppliers, they will have their own interest, and no one will have independent point of view of 4 generations to show you that we have huge experience in all maritime and all shore sectors for so long, and we are so competitive that you should really also consider this. In many, many, many different sectors, we are negotiating this right now. There is always a way to accommodate this contract of understanding for the long term. So, thank you very much indeed for your time. Have a nice weekend. Bye.